Hello.
Hello.
I'm Cass.
I'm Emma.
This is Honeydew Podcast.
Yes. I wanted you to say it.
Oh, thank you for the opportunity.
How are you?
I'm okay. Fine. Doing all right. It's been a
Okay.
hard mental health time, to be totally honest. And let's just dive right into it. TMI. I was laying in bed the other night.
Okay.
And I just my labia started to kind of hurt.
Okay. We are diving right in.
Yeah. And so I was like, okay, I need to check what's going on. And I felt it, and there was a bump on my inner labia, like a hardish, small bump. So
Okay.
smaller than a pea, about a pinhead.
About a pinhead. That is very small.
And it but it was hard. And it was definitely a thing. It wasn't
Okay.
just my labia doing their thing.
Right.
So I got a little nervous. I wasn't totally sure what was going on. So I went to Mr. Google.
Sure.
And I think it was a Bartholin cyst,
Okay.
to be totally honest.
That's a very, is that a word you pulled out of your butt, or did you look it up?
I made it up.
I made it up.
Which is a fluid-filled lump near the vaginal opening. It's rarely serious, but when infected, it can be painful.
Okay.
So it made me frustrated that I had never heard this term before, and that this was not covered in high school sex ed, or that nobody had ever mentioned anything. And
you can get an angry bump.
Yeah. Well, it just made me think about how shitty it is to not talk about these things, and also how shameful it can be, and how weird it can feel, because it's it's a bump on my labia, but I don't really want to call my doctor because it doesn't feel like that big of a deal.
Right.
But I also don't really want to talk about
Call
it.
up at 9 p.m. I have a labia bump.
So, yeah. It was definitely okay.
Yeah.
And it went away on its own.
That's good.
So, there you go.
Labia do some funky things.
Yes, they do.
I had sex once, and I think it was just more friction than usual. And one of my
Bigger
labia.
dick.
What?
I said bigger dick. Sorry. Continue.
Anyways, and one of my labia swelled up to 3 or 4 times its size for
God.
an entire day. But I only didn't freak out because my roommate had that in college, and her mom, who was a nurse, just said give it time, take maybe a colder shower or something, but it's probably just from friction or heat, or don't wear underwear, whatever.
Right.
But so I didn't freak out, but I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was uncomfortable.
Well, and I'm so glad that you knew what it was from that past experience, but that past experience is so random.
I know.
So if
super
that
random.
hadn't happened, that would have been so scary. And I feel kind of going back to what Luna Matata said on her first episode with us about going down, it's we treat vulvas and vaginas as if they are so complicated.
Right.
And so it's well, how could I ever learn all of the things that can happen to a vulva or vagina? And it's because you fucking can. It's not complicated just because we don't understand it. We don't understand it because we aren't fucking taught about it, and we don't talk about it enough.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
I had a bump.
And
it is what it is, and it was okay. And I'm glad I didn't freak out, but it's not like I had ever heard somebody talk about this ever. And maybe I'm just not looking in the right places, but also I feel like there should be billboards about this because the fear alone, that's stress. And we don't deserve to go through that just because our vulvas are deemed complicated.
Right. Absolutely.
So
you found a whole thing on it.
So I found a whole thing, but then I just got really interested in labia.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
As you do.
As you do. And so I found this article on Bellesa that was talking about outies, right? And so that's when your inner lips...
Belly buttons?
Kind of, but that same analogy is transferred to a vulva.
Okay.
So an outie is considered when the inner labia are longer or go outside of the outer labia.
I never realized, now that we're not wearing headphones, how loud we talk in this shared space. But I'm so happy for everyone around us who is learning.
Again,
and
learning,
growing.
sharing, understanding. So now when our neighbor finds a lump
on the labia.
on the lab.
On the lab lump.
A little lab lump.
They're not going to freak out.
Yeah, they're going to be like, oh, my neighbors. They told me
I
all
remember the
about
lab
this.
lumps.
Bartholin cyst.
Please continue.
Anyways.
Sorry.
Okay, and so I feel like Outies are not, I know this, outies are not fairly represented in porn.
Right.
And so mainly the vulvas that we're seeing are what would be considered innies. So I think that leads to a lot of shame, a lot of people not feeling comfortable. And just the idea that like we don't see a lot of everyday vulvas unless we're seeking them out. In like the media. You know what I mean?
Give me the long bulbs.
Give me the long bulbs. But here's what I found out from this article. Outies are more common.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, everyone I've talked to, we, like, talk about our labia as, like, a very present thing.
Yeah.
In our lives, not something that's, like, tucked up and under.
No, it's not. Mine's not tucked.
That's
why some athletic shorts are uncomfortable.
Most athletic wear. It's very uncomfortable.
If I can't go commando with those. I can't free lab that.
Talk about camel toe.
I'm going to come back to free balling later because I have something else on that. But I can't free lab a pair of gym shorts. It's not gonna. She's gonna be raw.
She'll be feeling some chafe.
Yeah, 3 to 4 times the size, easy.
You wear basketball shorts, and I'm going to free
Honestly, it's more comfortable.
Yeah, just show up. Basketball shorts.
I'm just switching to basketball shorts permanently.
Oh, Cass isn't wearing underwear today. I get it. She needs basketball shorts to contain.
I ran out of undies. This is what we're left with. You know, laundry day.
She's gotten really good at basketball lately too.
Swishing,
swish, swish,
making hoops.
Making hoops and making soups. Am I right?
Yeah, am I right or am I right?
Modern housewife.
Anyways, back to the article, back to the science.
Yeah.
There's nothing like specifically different about outies other than the visuals of it. It doesn't change the way sex feels. Maybe just changes the way gym shorts feel.
Just gym shorts.
I don't know. If you have an innie,
add that to the Wikipedia page.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. Avoid these shorts at all costs.
At all fucking costs.
But if you have an innie, I would love to know. Do you have the same issue with
shorts?
Or I don't really free lab jeans, but to anybody that does,
it's not great.
It doesn't sound great.
No,
it sounds even worse.
That's incredible. Thank you for sharing.
I'm not done.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Please go on.
One of the most important things that this article talked about was labiaplasties. And I am not one to judge anybody for doing whatever they want to do with their body. And I think it's really important to think about why people are getting labiaplasties and the fact that in 2019, the number of labiaplasties was 164,000.
Wow.
And that does not include private practices necessarily because they aren't required to report. So that could be massively underselling how many there are. And this was the wildest thing that I heard. Many of the people seeking surgery are under 18.
Jesus.
So minors are getting labiaplasties.
They're not even full labed up.
No, you're not even full labed. And I ththought that was
fully torqued.
Shocking.
Yeah.
And really upsetting.
I mean, when you think about, I love where this is taking a turn. We should have a really big conversation about this. When you think about that, it's like, what type of messaging has, minors been getting about their bodies?
Yeah.
To make them change so young. Such a big alteration.
Yeah.
On like a typically societal sexual part. So it's like, what do you think is actually appealing? What are you being told?
Well, and there are some cases where it is, medically necessary if there's, I don't know, an infection, or if they are so large that they do get in the way of your existence. I don't know how else to phrase that.
They're hamburger bunning everything that you got.
I mean, more power to you at that point. But if there's a medically necessary reason for you to get a labiaplasty, we fully support you in that. And it fucking sucks that people are getting them for purely aesthetic reasons.
For aesthetic, yeah.
Especially as a minor.
Right, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Bananas. Banana potatoes, as my coworker says.
Yeah, banana potatoes.
Crazy.
So that just kind of blew my mind.
What a intellectual weekend you had looking up things
about the body.
Labia things. Did you do anything else with your weekend?
I've gotten in the fold.
I've gotten in the fold. This weekend was threefold.
Fourfold.
Fourfold. Oh, yeah.
2 bigger than the other.
2 longer, 2 other bigger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only other update I have is I have been trying to edge more during masturbation.
Oh, cool.
So to extend the time, and my orgasms have been so much more intense.
Ooh.
10 out of 10. Like, really fucking good. So if I won't say I'm edging for like 20 minutes or anything like that. I'll like get close and I'll be like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'll get back to it.
Okay, so very short windows.
Yeah, very,
how many
very
times?
short windows. I think I did it 4 times.
Whoa.
Which I will say was incredible.
Yeah.
I don't always want to do it that many times because I will say one time when I tried it, I kind of lost it.
Yeah.
Because I was
so frustrating.
My body was like, stop teasing me.
I'm going to leave. If
I'm
you're going
out.
to keep teasing me.
That's what my
fucking out.
orgasm said. So
I've got places to be.
And she didn't come back.
Yeah. And I tell you what, she did not come back.
So,
well, good for you.
thank you.
Snaps for you.
Snaps for Cass for edging and labia.
For edging and labia.
Good job with your cyst.
Good job with your
How are you?
I'm good. I had a, I guess you could say transformative sexual experience last night.
Those are my favorite words. Strung together in one sentence, one
You're
after the other.
Gonna hate it.
Oh,
You're
God.
absolutely
fucking A. You
gonna
spit,
hate it.
huh? There was spit. You dirty whore.
You
There was
absolutely are gonna hate it. You dirty whore. Oh my God. That's the best lead in to what I'm about to say. You idiot. Yes, there was spit involved. I've wanted to explore different bodily
We know.
things on me. And my boyfriend
That's
and
why
I,
he shit on your face.
and that's why he pooped on my face. No, he did
There
not
you
do
go.
that, and we did not do that.
Okay.
No, do not
Okay.
spread that rumor.
Spread that rumor, spread them cheeks.
Ew.
Continue.
Saying the
Fuck.
truth.
Nobody's saying anything. Go.
So last night we were hot and heavy and getting a little dirty, and I said, "I want you to spit in my mouth," and he did.
Happy for you. Not happy for me, but happy for
It was
you.
amazing.
Really?
It was. We both were like, "That is so hot."
Oh my God.
And it's not going to be every time. He was like, "So when do you want me to do it?" And I was like, "Not every time." You have to
You need
ask.
like a special tap.
Yeah. I was like, it has to be when it's like rough and like we're toying with like you being the dominant. And, like,
Not in the middle of love.
Not
making.
that's what I said. I was like, sometimes it's love making, and sometimes I want to be spit on. You know,
I want you to fuck me and spit in my mouth.
I can't like. I know you hate it, but it was so good.
I'm so happy for you.
It was bananas, like
Bananas, potatoes.
banana potatoes. So we did it like a few times while we were like just having sex, and then I wasn't expecting it, but he did it when I came. This podcast took a new level of TMI.
Yeah. I love it for you.
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
God. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you. It was really fun. And we tried a new position, so that was cool too.
What was the position?
I was on my stomach and my leg was like, so we were off the bed. So he was standing off the bed. And one of my legs was kind of like up at like a 90-degree angle.
Okay.
And the other one was kind of just straight back. So he had just like more
All
room
right.
for entry.
More weighted torque.
More torque, you know? And then he spit in my mouth.
Nice.
So that's my update.
I'm so happy for you. That's a beautiful update.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
It was a really
That's
good time.
family dinner table update.
I was bummed that I couldn't go home for Thanksgiving.
I
would have
know.
said that. Mammy, Peppy,
I have a fun update.
I have a fun update. It's a little
Transformative, if you will.
You guys said you want to hear more about my life, so
Get in
Here
it.
I
Get in the
am.
fold.
get in my folds. Oh, my God! But yeah, those are my updates. It was really fun.
Congratulations.
We had different weekends, you could say, slightly, but overall, we both
Finished.
finished.
We both came.
We both came. Fantastic. Speaking of things, so you did a lot of research.
Uh-huh.
I did a little research.
Mama did a little research.
I also
too.
did research, but it's because I was bored.
Okay.
And I was bored at work, as I typically am. And I'm like, what are some sexy like world records?
Ah. I'm in.
So I'm going to ask you what you think the answer is.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a few different world record examples.
Okay.
What is the best one? I'm going to do this one. The longest masturbation session. What do you think the world record is for that?
That's hard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say 36 hours.
Okay. That's just insane. And that's obviously over. But I will tell you, you're not close at all. It is a third of that.
Okay.
But 10 hours and 10 minutes.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
I don't know why I said 36. I was also thinking of like breathing and like, okay, that's like
just
hand to puss
or
to wean.
It was a man.
Oh.
So potentially a wean. Yeah. With a okay, this is Todd, however. According to Mel magazine, a 43-year-old bisexual man with a master's degree in physical sciences
You would need one.
is gearing up to break the world record, which has since increased to 10 hours and 10 minutes. So this man is trying to break that record.
Oh,
which
wow.
I wonder
his
how
name
you
is
train.
Todd.
Todd.
That's my dog's name.
It sure is. And it's your dog. Just kidding. That's disgusting. Okay. Oh, wait. There's a really funny one. God, where are you? Most queefs in 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
15.
15? Way more than that. Like, way more than that.
What?
Yeah.
How short are they?
I guess
Are they like poppers?
they're got like poppers.
Okay, 64.
No, 93.
What?
I told that to my boyfriend, and he's like, "That's 3 queefs a second." And I was like, "Thank you for the fast
It
math.
is.
Thank you for that."
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Damn, that's nuts.
Uh-huh. I know.
Nutty.
Okay. Longest ejaculation by distance.
10 feet.
Longer.
15 feet.
Longer.
20 feet.
18 feet 9 inches.
Disgusting.
That's a great white shark's length.
That's so far away. So you
Yep.
could do a cum shot from across the room.
From across the room. Like a big room.
Yeah.
A big room. Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is just, I'm absorbing these facts and unable to fully process them.
Okay. Greatest speed of ejaculation.
I don't even know what that fully means. Like how long it
This
took
one's
someone to
crazy.
ejaculate?
No, like
Or
how.
The velocity.
Yeah.
I have no concept of speed other than a car. So
Okay. Just pick a car speed.
10 miles per hour.
Mr. Schultz, the ejaculation legend, this is quoted in this article, is responsible for a jet stream of semen traveling at 42.7 miles an hour.
That could put an eye out.
That could knock you off your goddamn feet, I think.
Oh my, I don't know.
If something hits you at almost 50 miles an hour, that's free weight speed.
Yeah, what a pitch.
What a pitch. Also, think about if
Batter
that
up.
goes in someone's mouth. That'd go through your
That
head.
would cut you.
Or in your
You
body.
could get your tonsils removed that way. Just a clean cut.
Clean Oh my God, that's so funny. That's insane. I didn't even read that one earlier. This one I was reading right now.
Well, power to that person.
Oh my God, that's insane. A jet stream, 42.7 miles an hour. So those are my fun facts that I researched. Less
I
meaningful to
appreciate-
society, but
Not necessarily.
thank you. There's no
I
hierarchy
think
here.
there is no hierarchy. Mm-mm.
So thank you. Thank you for that time that you dedicated to
Thank
me.
you
Yeah.
for learning us.
Learning us. Learned it.
Here's what I did. You don't know this about Emma and I, but sometimes we like to go on missed connections.
Oh, yeah,
on
we do.
Craigslist and read our favorite ones.
I was like, what are you going to tell them?
What are you going to say?
What are you going to say?
Dirty slut.
You dirty whore. That's amazing. You've never yelled that at me, but I like it.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Joke's on you. I like it. That's one thing missing from my weekend was being called that. So thanks.
So your boyfriend can take note from me.
Yeah.
Anyways, I found a couple of my favorites from across the country.
Okay.
Across
the country.
And they are fabulous. And I would like to point out, we're not judging these people. Fucking go off. If you want to post on Craigslist,
I know people
also
that have
find
been on
it
Craigslist.
Interesting to post on these things.
I also find it
Craigslist.
Curious. Like,
yeah.
I'd like to learn
I'd like
about
to learn
you.
more.
Also, Cass has an excellent voice for reading misconnections.
That gives too much pressure.
Sorry.
Also, can we just say we are elevating these posts so there's a better chance
Yeah,
that
we're giving
their
them a
misconnection
platform.
sees them.
Yeah.
Okay. Hot guy freeballing at park near my apartment.
I'm curious to know what freeballing means.
I'm glad. Let me give you the Google definition really quick. To wear no underwear under one's outer clothing. Okay.
Okay.
Back to the
To the
misconnection. We made eye contact and said, "What's up?" I wanted to see if you wanted to come to my nearby apartment to have some fun while watching football. Lots of football left this Sunday. Hit me up if you see this. I'm a sub looking to service while we watch the games.
Okay. Amazing. So this person who had missed the connection apparently was eyeing someone who was freeballing at the park.
Mm-hmm. If you're not freeballing, you're not living.
Ball is life, man. Am I right?
Balls are life.
Balls are life.
Labes are life.
Balls and labes is life.
This one is a little long, and you're going to wonder why I picked it until the last sentence. Okay.
Thank you for doing the thorough reading.
You're welcome.
Yep.
To the beautiful woman who cheered me on during my deadlifts.
So every man ever at Gold's Gym.
I was trap bar deadlifting, doing some heavy sets next to you and your friend, and you encouraged me. Definitely pushed me through being hyped up by such a beauty. We chatted for a bit while we worked out together, and I didn't even get to asking for your number at the end of it. Felt so dumb. And didn't want to creep up later. Hoping you see this, or I see you around and don't let the moment pass me by again, since you were not only stunning, but real fun and easy to talk to. Hilarious how my Halloween costume lined up with a movie you and your son saw recently.
Hilarious. You and your son.
That's the end.
Your bitch-ass kid saw.
Your bitch-ass kid.
Some heavy lifts.
Mm-hmm.
For truths.
Yeah, for truths.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, keep going.
Let's head to a Rite Aid on 101.
That's the title?
It's in Rite Aid on 101. I was going for the transition.
Oh, got it. Sorry.
We were talking in Rite Aid. You were looking for condoms, and I showed you where they were. You were so cute. Loved that green dress. Would love to see you again. Hope you see this. Please write.
Please, dear God, write.
For fuck's sake, right? I need to see that green dress on the floor.
Bring the condoms you bought. It's so important. We have shared interests. I like your dress.
We both like condoms. I like green. You clearly do too.
Please, dear God, write.
Here's the last one. And this one's interesting because it's not quite a missed connection. It's a seeking.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure there is a section on Craigslist for that. But this was in
like a blank seeking blank connection. Yeah.
Looking for female soulmate anime gamer lover.
Cool.
I am a 30-year-old male. Interested in meeting a woman who is like-minded and computer literate.
So like knows Excel.
Yeah. How many years of Excel experience do you want?
Also, finding the love of your life because they're computer literate is amazing.
That's knowing what you want and going for it. I love video games and anime. I love pizza, spicy foods, all types. I am slim, having lost a lot of weight over the last year. I am patient, but tenacious in an argument.
Ew.
I am not too interested in sports. I go to the gym and have started yoga classes to meet people. I am tired of all the computer websites and give nothing but take money events. Sorry. I'm tired of all the computer websites that give nothing but take money events. I don't do bars as I don't like the taste of alcohol. A man after my own heart. And $5 for sodas is a waste of money. Preach, my guy.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
As a sober, curious woman myself, I don't meet the rest of the requirements, but anyways. I am handsome and 5'10". I have not traveled out of the USA as yet, but thinking Japan might be on my list. I would like the woman I meet to be a working person and educated through college. I have a BS. I do like ice cream. I don't... I'm not done. I don't drink coffee, but there are other things to get at a Starbucks in my neighborhood. It would be nice to hear from someone.
I do like ice cream. Why didn't he throw that in with the foods?
I don't know, but this man laid it out on the fucking table. And if you are looking for somebody with this very detailed description,
oh my God,
go to... Oh, it was posted 24 days ago.
Oh, shoot.
I hope he found his soulmate.
Yeah, I think they only have like 30 days on there for a posting.
Maybe he'll re-up it.
Maybe. It costs like to say that you wouldn't spend $5 on a soda, like fair, but it costs $5 to post on Craigslist.
Even on Misconnections?
I think.
Huh.
I sold a dresser and it cost me $5.
But $5 for a soda or $5 for the love of your life?
That's true. A man who's tenacious in an argument. God.
What does tenacious mean?
I think that's a bad thing.
Oh.
I mean, unless it's, what were you in? Fucking speech and debate. Unless it's like a debate that you have to win. But
Tending to keep a firm hold of something. Clinging or adhering closely. Yeah. So there you go.
There you go. That was amazing.
Yeah.
These need to be more regular because that's so funny.
I agree.
I do like ice cream.
So again, props to these people for honestly and openly saying what they need, what they're looking for, being vulnerable, because here's the thing, the same cannot always be said about yours truly, which is what we're about to get into, and some of our toxic behaviors.
Really quick, we should start our own misconnections. So if you guys have them, email us a similar paragraph.
And we will read it.
And we'll read it.
Yeah.
Well, Cass will, because she reads them beautifully.
Thank you.
So, Honeydew Me Misconnections. Send it our way. honeydewmepodcast.com. Wait, at gmail.com.
honeydewmepodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. Okay, but back to, toxicity.
Toxicity. So we had a very important episode.
Yeah, we did.
With our new loves, Em and Jen, Shrink Chicks, and they just really dove into what it means to be toxic and hit our deepest, darkest core selves. And that's not the direction we thought that episode would go.
Correct.
But we wanted to revisit a few of the toxic behaviors that we have that didn't necessarily fit into that episode, but still apply because their advice still applies, and a couple of the ones that you guys submitted as well. So do you want to start us off?
Sure.
What's your toxic trait?
My toxic trait. When I start dating someone, I definitely look at their who they're following and who follows them on Instagram. And when this used to be a feature, I used to track their likes and what they like on Instagram. And so now I went through my current boyfriend's who he follows, and he gave me some content. So thankfully I talked to him about it, and I was nice enough, because I also have been in a relationship where my boyfriend at the time had made me unfollow people like Zac Efron because he was intimidated that I followed Zac Efron.
Okay, you wiener.
I know, super wiener. So I never wanted to do that. Yeah. But I did bring up when a lot of the people that he followed were lingerie models, and I was like, hey, looks fun for you. And then he was like, oh, you're so dumb, and then would unfollow them. And I'm like, I didn't ask to do that. I'm just saying I'm jealous, and we can talk about that.
Yeah, you need to express how it makes you feel. Yes. Even if you know, you don't need to feel that way. You don't need to feel jealous. That feeling still comes up.
Yes.
Just because I'm also rational doesn't mean the immediate emotion isn't going to come up.
Yeah. You see?
Get fucked.
Get fucked. I also have been watching TikToks of this one girl who, her claim to fame is that she is able to stalk the shit out of people on social media, and I will also claim that one. I love a deep dive.
A deep dive.
On just people and what they're up to and their new people and their ex people. Oh, I love it. I love the drama.
My husband gives me like no content for that. Yeah. So there's really nothing.
You guys aren't really social media people.
Yeah.
But I feel like social media today, it is like is a fucking weapon in relationships. And like you can get real toxic and go down that hole.
Where do you think that comes from for you? The needing to look at people's Instagrams.
The needing to be a psycho bitch. I think a lot of my insecurities can be trailed back to feeling stupid. And I hate feeling stupid or out of like the know. Like something's happening behind my back.
Okay.
So if I feel like let's say I've never had a boyfriend do this, but that they're engaging with other people on social media behind my back and they're like acting single, they're liking a bunch of shit, like appearing single and being flirtatious, and then I find that out, like that's a big thing for me. So maybe that's why I like start looking at like who they're looking at.
Okay. I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah. That's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head.
Fair.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure I do more toxic things, but that was like a really obvious one for me. Okay. I know that I do.
Right there, right
in
the face.
Slap me in the face.
Yeah.
Woke me up. The slap. How about you?
I do toxic things. I've talked about them like in our last episode and the episode before. I mentioned a couple of like the random toxic things I do, like turning off my location so my husband can't track me.
You did not mention that.
I didn't? I feel like I mentioned it last time. Yeah, I do that when I'm angry sometimes. I will
maybe
turn off my location tracker. But like, and then it gives you an update that I turned it off, and it's very cunty.
That's so drum.
It's so dramatic and not safe.
No.
And just like not.
Do you like leave? So you leave
sometimes.
You leave to go somewhere and just turn off your location?
Yeah.
Where have you gone to?
I just drive around the neighborhood one time, and then I'll like park in our office parking lot and stay there for like 5 minutes and be like, why isn't he calling me?
I turned off my location and he knows it.
So, is what it is. Amazing. That I haven't done. Anyways, I have done that recently.
Yeah, I did that once. Twice. I was in
8 times.
I was in a fight with my ex, old boyfriend, and I took the dog and I drove to like
taking the dog, dumbass.
And I drove to an Outlook where I knew I'd have no service, and it was far. Like it was like a 40-minute drive, and he like just didn't know where I was.
Was he scared?
I don't really know if he gave a shit, to be honest. He's just like, "What are you doing?"
I think I want them to feel fear. I want them to like want to come after me, which, you know,
we go over that.
I've had some people in my life not come after me that should have, but
right. So
maybe it comes from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the other one that I was actually talking with my husband about this, it's an unreasonable ick that I have that is so toxic and so wrong.
Okay.
Food allergies. If somebody has a food allergy, that is such an ick for me. And that is coming from somebody with a billion food allergies.
You do.
Like, I can't eat food without having a reaction. But if you have a food allergy, it gives me the ick and it pisses me the fuck off. And I was telling this to my husband, and he's like, Cass, they can't help it. And I was like, fuck off. This is not the worst thing either of us have said.
Oh my God, that's so... I know, seriously.
Calm down, sir.
Calm down. That's so funny. Unreasonable icks. Is that a toxic trait that you get them easily? Because I also do too.
I feel like it has to be toxic.
Yeah.
It's not okay.
Why?
Anti-relational. They are anti-relational. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I get so many icks. My boyfriend was like, I don't know how I've made it this far.
You're like, I don't either.
To be honest, you've hit a lot of them, and I don't know how you're here either. Like, I look past them because I love you, but like, you've hit a lot. Like, tennis shoes with jeans. Love him, but that's his fucking staple. Ride or die is that outfit. If he could take something to the grave, it would be running shoes and jeans.
And a t-shirt from
and
like
a t-shirt from a
fun place.
From a travel experience. Yeah, we went out this weekend, day trip. He got a shirt everywhere we stopped. That's 4 shirts. He got 4 shirts from different places.
He just wants to remember your good times.
I know. It was amazing.
And wear them.
For
all to see.
Wear them out loud and proud. One of our first dates, he wore t-shirt or tennis shoes, jeans, white t-shirt tucked into his jeans, and it was a clam shirt. It just had a big old cartoon clam, and that was one of his outfits.
I thought it said something.
It was like clam digging or
I
something.
thought it said got crabs or something.
No,
I don't know.
It's like some clam pun, but that's what he wore.
Fucking hilarious, and I remember you telling me that
I was
after.
like, untuck your shirt now. Take it off.
Untuck your goddamn t-shirt. You are not working on a farm.
Your goddamn t-shirt. It was so embarrassing.
I'm sorry.
That's really funny though about your icks.
Yeah.
Food allergies. Wow.
So that's where I'm at. Let's turn the camera away from us.
Away from me. I don't want to talk about me anymore.
And back towards you. So one of the ones that really stuck out to me that you all submitted was being passive aggressive when your partner is out with their friends.
I'm familiar. I'm familiar.
I know her. I know that one.
Her. Yeah.
I've definitely gotten really upset when my partner is doing something and not checking in with me because I think it makes me feel like, oh, well, I just don't fucking matter anymore.
Yeah.
Like, great.
Yeah.
Turn off my location.
Turn off my location. You're out, so am I.
Yeah.
Bet. Fucking bet. God, because you know I have such bad FOMO. It's like angry FOMO at my partner when they do something without me.
The best way to get you to do something is to say that I'm going to do it with somebody else anyways. Then you're like, well, I guess I'm in.
I guess I'm in. I guess I'm in. Fucking in. I know. Oh, that one resonates with me hard. Yeah. I get so salty and like, God, it's because I want them to like text or call me more and like be in a like in-depth communication with me.
Like miss me. I want them to fucking miss me.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, this sucks. I wish I was with her.
Can't you do that for us? Come on.
Come on.
This salty ass bitch that's just like riding you and you want them to like miss you.
Yeah.
It's just like, wonder why you don't.
Here's a question that I have. If Shrink Chicks were here, I could express that as a need, but I don't think that's a healthy need. No. So if I express that, then what?
I know. It's like, what are we supposed to do with our...
Where do I put that? What about my toxic needs?
I know. Yeah. My toxic needs, my spiky needs. I don't know. Do you have to just like talk about it? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to work through that either. I think they deserve to be met. That's my final answer.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah. I mean, that one kind of goes with another one of mine is like the constant communication. Like, especially when I'm mad in person and like my boyfriend now needs time to process and I fucking get on one.
It's my worst favorite part of my
worst part of them.
Least favorite part.
Yeah. But it's so bad. Like they won't even be able to say anything right, but I will still say like talk. And I'm like, wrong. Jinx.
I think we have a little too much in common.
Yeah. Yeah, that's bad.
Well, my partner listened to our episode that we did on toxicity, talking about how our ability to process things quicker does not mean we are better at fighting. And now he'll be like, okay, I need 20 minutes. And I am like so mad in those moments, and it's like, I know I have to fucking give that to you.
Yeah.
And I want to hurt you too.
I want to hurt you really bad. We should have them back on Shrink Chicks and have a private episode that we just share with like our boyfriends or partners or whatever. Be like, see, they said you can't do that.
They said nope.
They said nope. Definitely not for you. Thanks.
Maybe we can get a voice note from them.
Yeah, that's bad. That's ammo.
Yeah. So we're working on it.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm giving space.
Exactly.
Doing the best I can.
Doing the best we can.
But my partner doesn't really have a lot of friends right now, so he doesn't really leave the house. So that's not really something I have to worry about.
Honestly, I don't have to worry about that
at this point in my life. But sometimes he goes to visit his family.
And guess what? Ding, ding, ding.
I get mad.
I get mad.
Just about the lack of communication.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you there.
Okay.
To keep in like a toxic theme, to wrap it up, I have a fun game that we can play. I got it as inspo from You Up podcast. Okay. They play it. It's so funny. Red flag or deal breaker.
Okay.
So I have a few examples.
I think we are both red flags and deal breakers.
And deal breakers. But it's like, imagine you have the most perfect partner.
Okay.
The best person. Who comes to mind?
My husband.
Okay. Just kidding. I love him. There is absolutely like almost nothing wrong with them except like this one thing.
Okay.
And is it a red flag? You notice it and you move on, or deal breaker and you have to
Okay.
break up. They're always 30 minutes late.
Red flag.
I feel like
Because I have that.
you guys are the
I
same.
have overlooked it.
Yeah. That's a deal breaker for me.
Really?
Yeah, I fucking hate tardiness.
Fair.
I hate when people are late. It's like a button for me that like when it gets pushed repeatedly, it makes me so mad.
My partner and I fight. So I will not say I am the most on-time person, and I am a lot more on time than him. I am never late to an appointment.
Right.
I am never late to an appointment. I was never late for class. Like I'm not late for things.
Right.
I have been late to an appointment since marrying him. If
Got
like
it.
we're going together, anything like that, I'm usually a couple minutes late, and it is
Gives me so much anxiety in the pit of my
a
stomach.
ton of anxiety, but red flag because I married him anyway. So
Okay, fair enough. Never wants to drive.
that's probably a deal breaker for me because
You don't really like
I'm
driving.
a passenger princess.
Yeah.
Through and through. You're not going to catch me at the wheel. Mm-mm. You're going to catch me feet up, snack balls deep in my mouth, drink by my side, pumping tunes.
Pumping tunes.
That's where you'll find me.
Yeah. I think deal breaker for me too because I like being taken care of.
Yeah.
I want to be like treated to something. And your mama, your mama likes to drink. And she wants to be driven
Yeah.
so that I can drink. And apparently I'm your mom now.
Well, there you go.
So fuck off. Is perfect in every single way.
Okay.
But unironically says and believes Saturdays are for the boys.
Are Saturday nights for the boys?
All of Saturdays are for the boys. And by boys, I do not mean your two dogs. I mean
That's a
his
deal
boys.
breaker for me because I really like Saturdays, and it would be really important to me to spend that time with them.
Like has a flag.
And I don't want to
like a
spend it with the
Saturdays
boys.
are for the boys flag.
Having to spend my Saturday with a lot of boys does not sound like my Saturday.
My Saturday for this girl. Yeah, deal breaker for me too. They don't believe in anniversaries. Ever.
Because every day should be celebrated?
I guess that's up for interpretation.
Then red
You can
flag.
take that as you will. Okay.
What about you?
Probably red flag, but it would be super bummer because like if they didn't celebrate things at all,
Yeah, I would need celebrations elsewhere.
yeah, because I want to feel like something is like commemorated and romantic. And I love Valentine's Day. Doesn't like Valentine's Day is a deal breaker for me.
Okay.
Not really, but it's a red flag. I love Valentine's Day. I know it's a Hallmark holiday.
Does boyfriend like Valentine's
I
Day?
haven't asked. I'm going to say no.
I could see it. I don't think you got a good shot with
I don't
that
think
one.
he likes it. But I love it. I think it's so cute. It's just like, fuck, everything's pink and there's hearts.
Yeah.
And candy. And
That's
flowers.
our office.
I'm sorry, it's like my office.
Our office is Valentine's Day themed.
It really is. It's so cutie. Okay, the last one I'll do is insist everything gets split evenly. Even for the littlest thing, they will Venmo charge you.
Deal breaker. You
You don't believe in sharing everything?
No.
Always?
Gross.
Gross.
Yeah. Abso-fucking-lutely not.
Yeah, no.
I do not think that like my partner needs to pay for everything. He makes more money than I do. So
Pause.
I also think that things need to be equitable.
Yeah.
I think equity is better than equality because it would be based like if your incomes are different, I think you should pay different amounts. And I actually saw a TikTok talking about this where one partner was saying everything should be equal. Just because I make more money doesn't mean that I should have to pay more for things. But I just think that's kind of shitty in a partnership.
Yeah.
That's my perspective.
I guess that's an interesting thought because my initial thought is to agree with you. Like, yes, if you make more money, it is nicer for you to pay for more. This would be a complete deal breaker for me because I feel like I'm a very I'm a generous person. I feel like no matter what, I want the other people to not feel insecure about money. So if it's easier for me to take the bill, like let's say it's under $50, like easy. That's fine. I won't ask you to split
Mama's
that.
got it.
Mama's got it. Mama likes wine.
Mama
and Mama's
put all the
got
plastic.
it. Yeah. So like if they're not willing to do that same thing, I feel like that's just disrespectful.
It feels icky
and mean. Yeah. But yeah, that is interesting I was watching Love is Blind and this couple, the man was going back to school. So he wasn't going to have a job and she was going to have a job back in like another state. And she's like, I feel like now that we're married or will be married, we need to split everything, including my rent. So she wanted him to like help split her rent because they'd be married.
Was she paying half his rent?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that would mean for like his situation.
Yeah, I don't know. That's really interesting. I guess it depends on like the individual's financial situations. My husband and I have always done like if somebody's making more, then that person pays more. Most of the time we have made the same amount, like to the dollar basically. So it hasn't really been a thing. But I don't know. It feels weird to me to make
Money's
more
hard.
and not give more.
Yeah. Yeah. I get what you're saying. It is funky. Money's weird.
It brings out a lot of weird things in relationships.
There's a lot of deal breakers for me around money, I feel like. And I don't have them off the top of my head, but yeah, like being just weird about money or not saving or not planning, being very, I don't know. There's
not
a lot
being
of deal
able to
breakers.
talk about money,
Yes.
I think is a really big thing. My partner and I have started really, really talking about money and making sure like we are fully aware of literally everything that is going anywhere. And it's so much less anxiety inducing to just have even if things aren't great, one month it feels better knowing exactly how not great it will be versus like, hope this goes through.
Fingers crossed here.
Yeah. It doesn't feel good. And I think, don't a lot of people get divorced over money? I feel like there's a statistic of like it's one of the number one reasons for divorce. So I feel like if you start talking, not that I personally don't think that divorce is like the worst thing that can happen. I think people grow apart, whatever.
Totally.
And if you are looking to prevent it, I feel like talking about money is a really good way to do that.
Yeah.
And not splitting everything 50-50, even if it's like $2.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
It says 41% of divorce of Gen Xers is by money or because of money.
That's interesting.
That's one above us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And 29% of boomers. That's because they're all like, we got to live with each other.
Yeah.
Ride or die. They're the ride or die generation.
They're waiting to die.
There we go.
We got to get out of this one.
How do we do this? Well, that was really fun.
That was fun. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah. If you want to hang out in our comments of Apple Podcasts, rate, review, and subscribe over there.
Yeah.
And be nice. Because kindness makes the world go around.
I was thinking the same thing. Mind meld. Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.